Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are safe, you are well, and you are with someone you care about who also cares about you. I have something really funny to share with you. Obviously, it's the end of the season here, right? But the strawberries are still trying. Where is it? The strawberries are still trying really hard. The strawberries are still trying really hard to produce fruit. I'm going to throw that down for a critter of some description. It's definitely the end of the season. We're definitely seeing some significant changes in the weather. The raspberry bush is still here. It is still producing fruit, but you can see it's all squishy and horrible. I'm not going to be eating that again. I had hoped that this weekend, this past weekend, that I would have had chance to cut it down. Unfortunately, that did not happen. I had a very productive weekend. I did a lot of housework. I did a lot of stuff in the greenhouse, which is the topic of today's chicken and garden, but I didn't get to this. And given the weather that we've got coming, I think it's going to be okay to leave these for another week. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of this, I think this is the first time ever that I have filmed my Sunday musing and my chicken and garden update on a Sunday. So I'm actually time traveling from, I guess, the future. Is this to the future? Yeah, it's time traveling to the future because I filmed this a week ago from the day that you are watching this. If you're watching this on a Sunday, kind of 6 days if you're watching it on the Saturday. But as you can see, like I say, everything is really starting to wind down. All the beans have kind of given up. I've still got a marrow there, or a zucchini. I think that's probably going to be the last one there. My herbs are still doing great, and the pumpkins are still doing great. And I even have, look, this one is still like, I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna do great growy things. This marrow is still looking phenomenal. I know I showed this to you last week, and it would have been just a few days ago when I filmed this that I showed you this, but it's still looking great, and I'm hoping it's still going to be great when I get back from my trip to LA, which is why I'm filming this an entire week early. Interestingly though, my beans are still going. They're still putting out, there's still some leaves over there, and there's still some leaves here, which makes me think I might still get a few beans left. Carrots are looking like they're pretty much ready to pick. The cauliflower are looking incredible. I'm just going to leave them to grow, although I don't think I'm going to get much more in the way of size from them. I actually today on the Sunday picked up my very first I suppose plants for next season. I picked up my garlic. So I picked up some fresh garlic to plant, and I could plant garlic from this year. Look at that. Still getting fresh tomatoes. Look at that. Still fresh tomatoes despite it being the second week of October. So I went down to the local feed store. Linton Feed and Seed is the one I go to. If you live in Portland, hopefully you'll know it. It's just down on Highway 30. It's a lovely one, run by a really amazing group of people. It's very queer friendly, very LGBTQIA plus friendly. They know their stuff. They have cats. They have farm cats in the store. They have dogs as well. Really lovely place. I love going there. But let's show you what's been going on in here, because today you might notice I'm not wearing any makeup, and that's because this has been my job for this afternoon. I have finished. I have cleared out all of my greenhouse, and this is what remains. So we've got some cucumbers, some tomatoes, some tomatillos, some pickling cucumbers, we've got some more tomatoes down there, we've got some peppers here. So this one is this is our last sweet pepper of the season. I've also got some other peppers down there. Let's rescue that tomatillo. So that's basically all that's left after I took all of the plants out. And I did that. I think you probably all saw last week on the chicken and garden update. I noticed that we started to get some mold coming in, and when you get mold sort of just coming into this enclosed space, that's the point at which you have to go, yeah, it's time to clean it all out. But the beds are relatively clean. Obviously, this is not ready yet for next year. I will have to clean these all out again in the spring, but we are now into the dormant phase for winter. And so this is now back to being a storage shed. I also managed to break part of my greenhouse. So this kind of leads me even more to think that next season I'm going to have to buy a new cover for this. And I think this cover is, it's probably a couple of years old now. So I'm going to have to kind of decide what I'm going to do there and how I'm going to do it. I had wanted to show you my chicken waterer because I have made some great progress on that. I modeled it, printed it. The final print is finished, and today, previous Sunday to when you're watching this, I actually annealed my first ABS print. Now, annealing literally means evenly heating it up so that it stays in it increases the strength of the plastic. So I'm just going to anneal that bottom piece, or I annealed it, and now I have to anneal the top piece. And then after that, I'll be able to put them all together. Now, I had hoped that I was gonna be able to drill it and put it together before I left. Unfortunately, I don't have the right size drill bit. We couldn't get one at the DIY store, so we're kind of done. But I've brought you around to this side of the garden, even though most of the things here are kind of dormant. So this was, I suppose still is, this was sprouting broccoli, but deer have come and helped themselves. And you can see they've eaten it really close down. But here, these are volunteer potatoes from earlier this year. They were one of the first potatoes that I ate, and while I still have some potatoes still in the ground that are still doing great, these guys have come back for a second season, and I'm like, who am I to question that? So as you can see, we still have some apples on this tree. I think I'm probably going to leave most of these apples though for critters, because as you can see, they're all starting to have signs of people poking around in them. I might pull the tomatoes off to let the tree recover. But one of the things I need to do, and I don't know if anyone watching this knows of anyone locally in the Pacific Northwest, so basically, without giving too much of the game away, west of Portland, if you know of an arborist who's good with apple trees, just let me know in the comments below if there's anyone you recommend, because I would love to get an arborist to come and look at this tree, and obviously this tree, and possibly the tree over there as well, because I want to make sure that they carry on being healthy as much as possible. Unfortunately, this season has been tough on them for various reasons, and it would be really good to make sure that they are properly set up for winter and they're properly set up for next year. So if you know of any arborists that you recommend, please get in touch. I would love to know, because I don't know anybody locally. I haven't come across anybody who's not going to charge me thousands of dollars, and I don't have thousands of dollars. I'm happy to pay a reasonable amount of money, and I don't feel like a couple of grand is necessarily worthwhile in this particular case. As you know, I like doing things myself, but if there is a way that I can get some help on that, I would love it. Anyway, I hope that you're having a great weekend. If you are pulling your greenhouse apart for the season, let me know in the down below. If you are in the Southern Hemisphere and you are preparing for proper growing season, let me know too, because it's so wonderful to think that even though our growing season is pretty much done here, and as I say, I have purchased my first bulbs for next year, my garlic cloves and bulbs for next year. It would be wonderful to hear that there are things growing where you live, even if there aren't here. Stay wonderful, be kind. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching us today. You can connect with us on Patreon, Discord, Mastodon, Blue Sky, or through our website. Huge thanks to the amazing folks scrolling by right now. You're the reason we can stay independent and keep making content without corporate influence. And right now is a perfect time to join. Through September and October, we're running our autumn Patreon drive. Sign up and you'll not only support the channel, but you'll also get an exclusive piece of digital art from Erin. Want to see your name here too? Support starts at just $1.50 US a month, and you can even gift memberships. And of course, a massive welcome to our newest members: NYTMR, Chris Wright, C&K Adventuring, Andy Pyatt, Gerald Eden, Carlie, Chip Chandler, Robert Nelson, 00 Critical, Tom Fagden, Barry 2379, Mike Coffeen, James River, Eric Knack, Hans Rose, DW, Meryl Fratkin, Kristen Rasmussen, MX Menivar Vargas, Stephen Nichols, Panther Legion, Kit Saprida, Bark Eater J, Jeff Good, Conrad Zalance, Frank Snyder, Jeffrey Smith, Tony Roberts, Matthew Frake, Jacqueline Cockburn, Fritz Coker, Trans Vegan Cyclist, Jade Diaz, Laura Shear-Clark, Everett Garnett, Peter Broadwell, Jerry, Jeremy Redmond, Patrick Matthias, Pamela Not Pam, Dave Fry, Mark Anderson, Tal Hobson, C. Daniel Tideman, Martin May, Fee, Donovan, Date Downs, Matthew Buckar, Zach C., Taraki, Kathy Windandy, Alex, Patricia Connor, Lindy Melendez, Dameron Can, Gary Robotham, Dave Miles, Tina Ponish, Mark Kruger, and Tyler Walker. Thank you all for joining in the last month. You're helping us hit our goal of growing Patreon support by 20 to 40% this autumn. Prefer a one-off contribution? We've got Ko-fi, Bitcoin, and a PO box, our swag store, and even an Amazon affiliate link, so your money helps us, not Jeff Bezos. We post new videos every few days on the main channel, plus extras on Transport Evolved Take 2. And since YouTube comments aren't safe for us anymore, the best way to chat is through Patreon, Mastodon, Blue Sky, or our website. If you want more, the algorithm thinks you'll like this video, but we'd love you to check this one out too. Be awesome, be kind, be intentional, and never forget to resist. Keep evolving.